Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. Now we are going to talk about jobs. Jobs are the tasks or work that people do to make our world work. It's pretty cool. Now, did you know that you have a job? Yes, you have a job. Your job is being a student. Being a student is a really important job because you learn everything you will need in the future. Now, being a student doesn't last forever. And in the future, you will probably have a different job. Do you know what job you want to have when you are older?
Maybe you want to have one of these jobs, like an artist. An artist is a person who draws and paints and makes other types of artwork. Maybe you want to be a firefighter. A firefighter is a person who stops buildings from burning down and keeps people safe when there's a fire. Maybe you want to be a scientist. A scientist is a person who does experiments to learn about the natural world. Or maybe you want to be a journalist. A journalist is someone who writes in a newspaper or says the news on television or on the radio. They can use this thing, which is called a microphone, so that we can hear them better. Or maybe you want to be a nurse. A nurse is a person who helps doctors to take care of us when we get hurt or sick. Maybe you want to be a mechanic. A mechanic is a person who uses tools like this wrench or the tools that he has here in his toolbox to fix cars or other machines when they break or they don't work. Maybe you want to be a singer. A singer is a person who can sing really well and uses a microphone to sing professionally for lots of people. Maybe you want to be a director. A director is someone who creates or makes movies and TV shows. Or maybe you are a very curious person and you want to be an astronaut. An astronaut is a person who explores space. Or maybe you like math and science and you want to be an engineer. Engineers use math and science to help solve problems that we might have in the world. They are very creative. Next, we're going to read the definition and then write the word or the vocabulary word that we just learned. So, a job. Now, remember that definitions describe words. And we want to look for keywords or important words that are going to help us to know which vocabulary word the definition describes. So, for example, number 1 says, a person who repairs cars. This is a keyword here, cars. it tells us that we want a job or a person who works with cars. Who was that? That was a mechanic. Let's look for some more keywords in the definitions. A person who makes paintings or sculptures. Okay, here's a keyword. Paintings and sculptures. Those are keywords. So who makes paintings and sculptures? Or a person who stops fires from burning. Whoa, okay. Here's a keyword. Fires and burning. Which job stopped fires from burning? Who was that? Well, now look through all of the definitions, read them, and look for key words to help you to write the correct vocabulary word in the box. Then do this exercise. We are going to write the verbs that go with each job, and we need to use the present simple. Now, what's the most important thing about the present simple? Well, it's right here, this little letter S. In the third person of the present simple, we have to put an S on the end of the verb. So the third person, right? A mechanic, a scientist, an artist, a nurse, a firefighter. All of these are the third person. So we have to put an S on the end of the verb. So in letter A, it says a mechanic repairs cars and motorcycles. In letter B, we read and we see a scientist, topics like biology and chemistry. So we look at these verbs up here and we decide which verb is the correct verb for a scientist. And remember, letter S in the third person of singular in the present simple.